Hi, I'm Graham Sanford, and today I'm going to show you the transferable skills between the core lift bench press and a football block defeat. Starting with the bench press, there are several form cues. First, you lay on the bench with your gaze facing upwards towards the bar. Before you begin, make sure you have 5 points of contact, in this case being both feet, your gluteus, both shoulder blades, and the back of your head. Grip the bar with an even space between your hands. Lift the bar, and lower your arms until the bar touches your chest gently. It is vital that your arms lower evenly to prevent the weight shifting to one side. This can cause significant injury to your pectoral muscles or lower back. You then extend your arms to raise the bar until your arms reach full extension. Likewise, make sure your arms extend evenly. The bench press muscle recruitment pattern progresses through the flexion of the anterior deltoids, triceps, and pectorals. The movement that begins its extension phase, progressing in reverse order. Firstly, the pectorals, triceps, and finally the anterior deltoids. The biceps and rectus abdominis act as stabilizers throughout both phases of the movement, and the elbow joint is the only joint used. Next is the block defeat. This movement starts standing upright with a slight bend in the knees and legs spaced shoulder width apart. Hands are hanging in front of you, and gaze is directed forward. In this case, some lower body elements are activated as well, as your quadriceps and gluteus are both activated as stabilizers. As the offensive player begins to move towards you, his hands extend towards your chest. Once this is seen, you shoot your hands out with force towards his chest, and upon impact slow down his momentum and allowing you to move laterally and react towards further offensive movements. As like the bench press, your hands extend evenly and arms must reach full extension. This is vital, as if one arm extends further than the other upon contact, it will not have the power to stop the offensive player and will crumple backwards. As your second arm hits, it too will crumple, and then you are forced to try to push all your opponent's weight and energy back from close to you while your weight is shifted back onto your heels. This is obviously not ideal, and therefore hitting the offensive player with both arms simultaneously is a much better option. This allowing you to stop his momentum and still have your weight forward ready to react further. The block defeat also has a phase 2, in which you move around the offensive player. The most common movement used to execute this phase 2 is the rip move. However, the rip move is a separate exercise whose movements do not apply to the bench press, and therefore I will not be going into much detail about it. The muscle recruitment pattern for the block defeat starts within a period of flexion in the pectorals, quadriceps, and gluteus maximus. The movement then progresses to extension, moving through the pectorals, triceps, biceps, and anterior deltoids. Throughout this exercise, the rectus abdominis, quadriceps, and gluteus maximus are used as stabilizers. Once again, the elbow joint is the only joint that is used. By exercising using the core lifted bench press on a regular basis, you build up strength in your chest and allowing you to defeat blocks with more power more quickly. In addition, injury often occurs from fingers or wrists becoming broken or sprained from bending backwards. As you develop your strength and power, the likelihood of these injuries happening decreases significantly as your force becomes greater than your opponent's. Thank you for listening to this transferable skills breakdown. I hope you have a better understanding on how the bench press core lift affects the blocks in football.